So, Justin, my wife, Monica, texted me the other day and she has 64 five-star reviews on her podcast, which is super cool because I was like, wow, I never even hear you ask. And I don't even think she realized she had that many. So I was like, well, what is she doing? Well, it turns out she asks for reviews in every podcast episode. I think it's just part of her normal outro. And lo and behold, people actually do it when you ask for it. So that, we were talking about this earlier and we came to the conclusion that, if you don't ask, you don't receive. So what can we do? Like, why do we sometimes not ask for things that we know that we want in business and in life? Like, what holds us back? And what action steps do we need to take here? Welcome to King Moves. In chess, the king moves one step at a time, but that single move can change everything. Each week, we explore mindset shifts and simple actions that could lead to the next breakthrough in your business and life. I'm your co-host, Ethan King, from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Entrepreneur, TEDx speaker, and best-selling author of Wealth Beyond Money.
And I'm your co-host, Justin King, no relation to Ethan, from Cape Town, South Africa. Entrepreneur, speaker, and business growth strategist. Our journey crosses continents and cultures as we think out loud, challenge assumptions, and uncover the small moves that create big momentum. Welcome to King Moves. Let's start the conversation. Firstly, Monica, well done. I'm very jealous. And if you've got 64 five-star reviews, and I'm sure that I'm going to say she's probably got no more than 64 in total, because I'm going to hazard a guess she only gets five-star reviews as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's an amazing accomplishment. Yeah, Ethan, you're so right. I mean, we were chatting about it now. It's this idea that I think we don't want to be a nuisance. And we fall into the trap of not wanting to bug somebody with a request, or we fall into the trap of thinking, man, if they thought it was good enough or they really liked it, they will find their way to leaving a review. But I don't always think, and I'm using the review as a real example, I don't always think that people understand the impact that leaving a review has on a podcast. Like how valuable it is, how it helps you improve your reach, how you're able to get more listeners who are really needing the message that you are leaving, how it helps to reach them. And in that same vein, I think in business, in life in general, unless we articulate the thing that we're wanting and the why behind it, I think it sometimes just doesn't cross people's minds. Because it's similar. Sorry, I'm jumping all over here, but it's similar to employees. Very often a business owner or a manager's thought process will be, if a team member is not raising their hand and saying, I am unhappy about something, or if a team member is not raising their hand and saying, I would like more money, the thought process is everything's okay. If you're not asking for anything, I'm guessing that the status quo as it is okay. So in this case, if we're not asking for reviews, everyone probably thinks, hey, they don't need reviews, or they don't want reviews.
Yeah, that's a good point. And another thing is we tend to think that other people act like we act. And I know that I typically don't leave reviews for a podcast, and not because I don't want to. It's just because usually I'm out on the go when I'm listening to a podcast. I'm either out for a run or I'm driving. So I don't have time to like stop and go to the platform and actually leave a review. I have done it a few times, but I have to be very, very intentional about it. And it has to catch me at just the right time. So that's why people need to hear a message over and over again and a request so that you do catch them at the right time, to where, somebody, maybe they heard Monica's podcast 20 episodes in a row, and at the end she's delivering value. By the way, if you aren't following her podcast, it's called Become Your Own Boss with Monica Allen. It is an amazing podcast, so giving her a free plug there. But maybe they heard it 20 times in a row, and at the end she's like, please leave a review, leave a review. And then at just the right time, maybe they happened to be at their computer and they thought about it and then they actually executed on it. So, but yeah, if she never asked, it doesn't even cross someone's mind.
Exactly. I think one thing that's important, though, to touch on is that the request is also an exchange of value.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be, if you found this episode of value, or if you found a nugget that has really helped you more clearly articulate your next action or whatever it is, please leave a review. And I think that's important for us to always keep in mind. So whether it's in our business, in our personal lives as well, if we're making a request of somebody, look, sometimes it's purely just going to be, I need help with this thing, and that's maybe slightly different. But otherwise, we must always look at it as an exchange of value.
Yeah.
Please, will you do with this thing for me? And in exchange, I'm going to do this. So in the podcast sense, it's please leave a review if you found value in what you've just listened to. Because it's not just leave a review whether you thought this was rubbish or not. Very, very, very different thing. So I think it always comes back to this, give enough value. If you give enough value and you're making that request, at some stage, to marry it to the point you've just made, when the person hears it for the 20th time, they'll be like, I've got way more value from this than I've given to it. So I'm going to play my small part and I'm going to leave a review. So just keep giving value. That's the best way. And then make the request.
Just that jab, 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 right hook that Gary Vee talks about, right?
I had that exact same thought in my head right now.
Yeah. So I get, definitely deliver value first. In fact, deliver value with no expectation of anything in return. But when you do want to cash that check and ask for something in return, don't be scared to ask for it also. So hopefully you all have found value because at this point we've had over 100 episodes of King Moves, and I don't think we've ever asked for a review. If we have, maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
So hopefully we have earned your 5-star review, and guess what? We've learned from this, and now we are going to actually ask for it.
So if you have found value in these episodes, please leave a review. I'm not even going to say please leave a 5-star review. I'll let you decide on the number of stars you are willing to allocate. All reviews are most appreciated and would be very, very welcome.
And take this as your King move to apply in your business and life. What do you need? What could benefit you that you're not asking for because either you hadn't thought about it or maybe you're too hesitant to ask? That's a wrap for today's episode of King Moves. Quick favor before we go. If this episode made you think differently or helped you see your next move more clearly, take 30 seconds and leave us a review. It helps the show reach leaders who need these conversations. Remember, in chess, like in business, one right move can change everything.
Take today's action step, make your move, and build momentum. And if you found value in today's episode, share it with someone who's ready for the next breakthrough. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our weekly conversations.
Until next time.